Hi, I'm Deb Slater from Experience Northwest on KVOS. Today, of course, we're in Fairhaven, and we're going to get a tour of Village Books with Chuck and Dee Robinson.
Hi, welcome to Village Books. Come on in.
I'd like to show you around the first floor of the store. We're on 3 floors, but right now we're in the middle. And right inside the door, a couple of our favorite sections that people love are independent booksellers, bestsellers, and the book group wall, where we show books that various book groups in town have selected. So that's a pretty popular section of the store.
Usually right up front here we have some featured books. On the table right now are the poetry books. This has been National Poetry Month, but different displays here all the time. Great place to pick up some new books or some things we're featuring here in the store.
And on the wall over here to the left as you come in are the art books and pictorial books. So these are the coffee table things when you're looking for something with lots of wonderful pictures and illustrations. This is the wall to peruse.
And walking on back on the main level here, if you go back through the store, we have history, the green living section. We have going back into the biography section. There's a performing arts section, and then all the way around the back of the store is our children's section.
And of course what we call our main counter, so right in the center where we keep special orders and where we have registers, and it's a dog-friendly store. We have dogs coming in all the time. Welcome to the mezzanine of Village Books, where this is the top floor of the store. There are just a few sections up here, but a couple of our bigger sections of the store. To my right is the whole fiction section, and it just takes up the biggest part of this floor.
Fiction's arranged alphabetically by author, and starts back over a ways away from us here where you probably can't see from right here, but runs up and down the aisles alphabetical by last name of the author.
And one of our very popular sections of the store is up here. It's our staff pick shelves. Every staff member here has a shelf on which they place some of their favorite books, and so lots of times when people just don't know what they want to read, they look for a pick shelf that has some of their favorite books on it, and they think, oh, here's something I haven't read that I might like too. So those are very popular shelves.
So one of our smaller but important sections in the store is over here is our large print section. As one needs larger print to read, there's a great variety of books available, new, used, and remainder books as well. In this section, from reference to novels.
And along the red wall up here are our science fiction and our mystery sections. Those are very popular sections as well. And then toward the very back, we have our poetry books, which people like that little corner where they can browse poetry. And then, of course, the cafe, Book Fair Cafe, is on the mezzanine as well. It has one of the best views from a cafe anywhere in Bellingham, I think.
I think so too. So we're now in the lower area of the store that we call Parkside, and we're in Parkside South. It's Parkside because of the village green right out behind us, and we're in an area called Parkside South, and there's all kinds of things down here.
Generally, we kind of refer to this as the lifestyle section of the store. We have gardening, we have cooking, we have travel, we have health, religion, and we have an area here where we have our readings. We have like 250 readings a year, and so we have one area that is set aside for that, and then a lot of these shelves are on wheels, so they roll away and we can set up more chairs and get a good crowd in.
So nearly any evening there may be something going on here in the store. It could be a poetry reading, a fiction, it could be a nonfiction item going, nonfiction book being talked about as well. So it's a great area for that down here in the store.
So we are here at Village Books, Parkside North, with Chuck Robinson, owner, and I understand you have something new here.
We do. We have the espresso book machine, and by the name, you might think that it's makes coffee, but
yeah,
it actually makes books.
That's so great. Now what's the importance of this? What's significance?
Well, there's several things. We're going to be able to do books for local folks. It could be something like a genealogy book. It could be grandma's recipes for just a family. We're printing books of local authors that will be sold in the store, but we also have access to lots of books that are in the public domain.
Oh, that's great.
About 2 million books from Google that they've scanned in libraries, and those books are going to be available. And then we'll have a number of books that are copyrighted books that are currently in print more and more of those will be available over time. So we'll be able to print them right here in the store when we don't have them on our shelves.
How about books that are technically out of print? I get that a lot when I'm looking for books.
That's what those are the public domain books in many cases. Now, out of print doesn't necessarily mean out of copyright, because copyright does hold on for a period of time after an author's death. But there are many books like Jane Eyre, for instance, is in the public domain. We could print the Google edition right here on our machine, or some more obscure books that are in that 2 million books.
Wow, I would think that this is something that's pretty cutting edge. A lot of other bookstores have this, right?
Or perhaps bleeding edge.
Yeah.
It is. It's very new. This is the fourth one of this model to be installed in the country.
Oh, wow.
And there are more being installed this fall, but I think there are only going to be about 7 of them operating in the U.S. this year. And we have one of them right here in Fairhaven.
Wow. Now, can you bring your own content in to be printed?
It has to be in a certain format. Lindsay, who's going to show you in a little bit about how the machine works, is working with people who want to get their own projects done on the book. And there are certain specifications that has to be done too. She has all of that information for people. We're currently having people contact us, but it'll be about probably mid to late November before we really start doing any new projects. We have some projects that are in the works right now that we're doing. For instance, a couple of a book for Brian Griffin, 2 books with the author John Miles, that have been in print before and we're bringing back into print.
Why did you think this was important for you guys to have this here?
Well, there's lots of changes happening in the book business, and it's impossible for any store to have all of the books that people might want. And people, as the internet has become pretty ubiquitous, people understand that there are lots of books available out there that may not be on our shelves or on anybody's shelves. And this is a way to try to give access to those books to people, and if they want them in, that book form.
Yeah, great, the tangible.
Exactly.
And let's face it, that's going to go away unless we really hold on to that, and turn those pages and read those books.
Right.
Well, check out 1 of 4 in the country, you said,
right
at this
now,
point?
there are some others being installed. We think probably by the end of the fall there'll be 7 or 8 of them operating in the U.S., various places around the country, but we're the one right here in Bellingham. It's been a pleasure taking you through the store.
Happy to have you here. Come in anytime. We're at 1200 11th Street in Fairhaven, the corner of Mill and 11th Street.
So hope you enjoyed the tour with Chuck and Dee Robinson. You can catch Footnotes with Chuck and Dee on Experience Northwest, and that airs at 5 o'clock on Saturdays on KVOS. Also, you can check it out at kvos.com. Until next time, I'm Deb Slater for Experience Northwest. Kind of freaking me out.